Continuing my earlier video, I don't know how to encapsulate what's happening here. And what I want to say really is an argument against encapsulation. We've all heard the word naturalism before. We've heard it defined 50 different ways in 50 different contexts, in 50 different areas of inquiry. It's only one of many themes that I've explored in my life. By explored, I mean read about mostly. But somewhere along the line, I have a very good logical mind. I've always thought so, and it's been confirmed almost universally. And I've kept a lot of that. The illness has perhaps impaired me, but perhaps not impaired me at all. With the caveat that I'm now receiving proper treatment for it, for the most part, knock wood. I've always had a very good logical mind, and I don't want to apologize for that or back off on it. But at one point in my development, I began to go a little bit crazy. I started to believe that life was as much about the petty, forgettable details, that was as valid an area of inquiry as anything else, a very valid area of inquiry. And logic doesn't really suffer that. Logic likes to distill, to break down, to make succinct and sufficient. And on the surface, that looks like a great idea, but there are other games we can play discursively and conceptually. And naturalism, meaning, I should qualify this, meaning, the word meaning what it means in literature, in a lit crit, is one of those games. The notion that life can be as much about this time of day, that indescribable sensation that you feel late in the day when the temperature is moderate outside. We do have such days in Las Vegas once in a while. This is April, not July or August. When the light is just right, when your favorite house pet is curled up on the good patio furniture so that you're stuck sitting in the random unmatched chair that was just thrown out on the patio 2 years ago and hasn't found another home yet, with a little bit of a breeze, with all sorts of ambient noise in the background. And anyone who does videos will know what I mean by that. A terrible thing in videos in a way, but in a way the most incredible thing there is. This notion that complexity is all about, and the possibility that can be perhaps the most beautiful thing in the world. Certainly the thing most worth exploring. I want to say that naturalism embraces complexity, and I guess that's part of what it does. It does more than that. The problem I've always had with reductionism is that the subject, like a fish, dies on the examining table. We spend a large portion of our lives trying to create a machine, in effect, a flowchart that produces the results we want inevitably. When they were there at the beginning, when they flowed from what we were doing, with a stochastic or sufficiently complex element to them, and all we had to do was observe them. All we had to do was note their presence, not forget them, not forget Not forget what it's like to sit out on the patio as the sun is going down, to sit outside as the sun is going down. Though you go to high school, to college, to post-baccalaureate training of some sort, you're still able to remember all those sensations of childhood that were first introduced to you before you were old enough even to speak any language. And to find, I would say, with a sort of childlike joy in the best way possible, that your perceptions really were the most relevant thing in the world. To find that at the end of the day, are the golden hours.